Happy New Year, everybody, and welcome back to SFF180. It is Monday morning, January the 2nd, the first mailbag of 2023. And it's not much of a mailbag. Very little mail comes in during the holiday season. I've only got about 4 packages here to show you. But I'm going to talk a little bit in the early part of this video about some channel plans for 2023. I'm not going to go into like long-winded detail about any of this. But if you don't want to see any of it, you just want to skip straight to the books, hey, go ahead and do so with my blessing. There's the timestamp to skip to. 2022 for me, and once again, I have to say every year that I am so grateful that all of you are still here. And that the channel is ticking over, and that, you still come and watch my videos and, and listen to me yammer on about books. It just, it's a very special thing. And it's something I'm always grateful for. But 2022 for me was not a year of particularly great growth. Although I did have some good moments on the channel. Unfortunately, most of last year was a series of situations, personal life situations, that ended up taking me away from the channel, away from my office and studio, all across the country for various reasons. All of which were necessary, had to be done. And, certainly it had its moments. I was, in the company of those I love most in this world and all of that. But still, it was difficult because it just felt like this long grind. And it was not allowing me the time to read a great deal. I was doing my best when I was on the road to do whatever kind of content and book reviewing that I could do when I was out. I'm sure many of you who've watched the channel, you've seen the videos that I recorded from a friend's house in Southern Oregon and in a lake house in Indiana and all of that. So I was doing my best, but still, it was just very arduous, very trying, and I'm glad it's done. But there were long stretches, 2-3 weeks at a stretch sometime, when there were no videos being uploaded here. And, and that did hurt the channel. It hurt my growth. It hurt my momentum. And, I understand this. I get it. And sometimes life intrudes, and you guys understand that, and you get it. But, it's a thing that I'm kind of sad about, because there's nothing in this world I love more than this right here. And so 2023, fortunately, all of last year's work and travel and all of these experiences that I had to go through did end up having a very happy ending, I can say. And maybe at some point in the near future, I'll go into a little bit more detail about specifically what that is. Because a very happy turn of events. But it was just a long haul to get there. And so anyway, 2023 is going to be a bold new year for me. I am going to be dedicating myself to the channel in a way that I haven't done in nearly the entire 9 years that I've been here, and it does seem like, wow, 9 years? Oh, really? Wow. This October will be my 10th anniversary doing booktube. Wow. So that is partly why I really feel a renewed sense of commitment here. So you're going to see a whole lot more review content, a whole lot more book coverage. I'm going to start changing up how I do some reviews. I'm still going to dedicate myself to the single review video format, which I know is maybe not the most popular thing on all of BookTube, but it's a thing that I enjoy doing. I like having, presenting my reviews in that way. I love the way Matt Olson, does those unique thumbnails for me for all of my review videos. It's a very special thing to me, but I'm going to be doing some more stuff, exploring, for example, reviewing entire duologies or entire trilogies in a single video, as opposed to spreading them out. More themed review videos. More episodes of reading the Hugos. Going to get back to that series. More episodes of SFF180 Retro. In particular, because one thing that I have really been dedicating myself to in the last few months, because it's kind of a way of keeping my head in the game, is I have really thrown myself into all my efforts to complete the SFF180.com website in terms of porting everything over, all of the content from my legacy website is still slowly being ported over, but I am, again, doing that with a renewed vigor that I haven't had in about 5 years. And reading those old books again, and just reading my reviews of some of the old books, it is a particular passion of mine. Might seem confusing to some of you. What is the point of, reviewing some 40, 50-year-old mid-list paperback science fiction book that nobody remembers? Well, they're important, in their own little way, even if they're minor stuff. They're part of the history and development of this genre. And I find them fun to read, especially, seeing which ones hold up after all these years and which ones don't. Maybe it's just because I'm a product of my generation, but it's the stuff I grew up on and I still love to go back to it. So in this whole process of building up SFF180.com, and I've always said I wanted the website and the channel to be companion experiences for you guys. It's going to give me some inspired content for like SFF180 retro episodes. I'm going to start doing some retro episodes, again, built around themes. Science fiction books that covered a particular subject matter, or works by a particular author, that kind of a thing. I'm doing a special coverage of Samuel R. Delany, his work. That's going to be going on this February. And then later in the year, of course, I'm going to be really hitting it hard on Halloween this year because I missed Halloween 2022 from all my traveling. And then, last but not least, this is the year for the third, and I say final, but we don't know. But so far, as of this moment, season 3 of Space Opera September will be, the third and final season. And this year, I have another channel co-hosting with me. So that's going to make it special. And then there's also another really awesome surprise that you guys are going to get as a result of season 3. So, yeah, a lot to look forward to in 2023 right here on SFF180. So, stay tuned for all of that. And thank you for listening. Those are my channel plans for the year. The short version. And now, without any further ado, let's go ahead and see what is in these packages. Let's get into the books. So I'm starting out with these 2 little boxes from what's Independent Publishers Group. So I have no idea what these are. None. Wow. Okay. This looks really cool. This is a book called Karma of the Sun, and I've actually been sent 2 copies of this. Sometimes it happens. I don't know. But the author is Brandon Yinkit Bowie, and it comes out on the 17th of January from an imprint called Camcat Books. And it's described as the hero's journey reinvigorated with an Eastern eschatological twist. For readers who enjoy Station 11, The Book of M, The Fifth Season, The Buried Giant, and The Children of Men. Okay, we've never seen... anyway, the author wrote this book because he had never seen a novel about the end of the world from an Asian perspective, despite the richness of Eastern cosmological and eschatological traditions. Okay. Karma of the Sun follows a young Tibetan Sherpa in an imagined future of the Earth's last days who hunts for his missing father in the ruined nuclear winterland of the Himalayas, racing against a final calamity that threatens to destroy all humanity. Readers will enjoy the rich world that Karma discovers on his journey, and will be rooting for him as he finally reaches his destination. Okay, 6 suns, 6 blasts in the sky, a 7th one, and the Earth will die. Okay, then. Well, as I said, out on the 17th. I guess I will be covering this as soon as I can. But yes, Karma of the Sun. And next up, I have another independently published title. This is from an imprint called Lee and Low Books, who have sent me quite a few books, actually, over the years. And I really want to actually start paying some attention to these because they're looking better and more interesting. Lee and Low Books is specifically an imprint that deals with like BIPOC authors. And this is a book called When You Get to the Other Side by Mariana Osorio Guma. Translated by Cecilia Waddell. This spellbinding novel about crossing both natural and supernatural borders follows a brother and sister on the run from the murderous smugglers contracted to bring them to the United States, and the siblings' curandera grandmother who maintained the traditions and wonders that they leave behind. Okay, let's see if I can get a... There's no date on this, unfortunately, so I'm going to assume it's out now-ish. Emilia and Gregorio spent their childhood following their grandmother through the mountains of central Mexico, gathering the ingredients she used for curandero work and learning about the supernatural world. When she passes away, the siblings are left alone, so they scrape together their money and pay coyotes to smuggle them to their father in the United States. Never a good idea. The siblings are exhausted before they even reach the border, where the coyotes seize Amelia for their own harsh ends. As brother and sister fight to find each other again, battling the parching desert and the ruthless criminals who haunt it, they draw strength from their profound bond and the insights into nature they gleaned from their grandmother. If Amelia and Gregorio can survive their journey, what awaits them on the other side? So I guess available now or as a January title from Lee and Low Books. And last but by no means least, my dear friend Stina Light has a new book coming out called Loki's Ring. This is available March the 28th from Saga Press, and I have been lucky enough to get a very, very early set of bound galleys for this one. A new intergalactic space adventure. Captain Geeta Chithra embarks on a high-stakes mission through space to save the AI she loves as a daughter or risk losing her forever. Geeta Chithra, captain of the intergalactic ship the Tempest, is used to leading her crew on simple retrieval and assistance missions, but when she receives a frantic distress call from Ree, the AI she raised from inception, like a parent, she knows she's in for something much more dangerous. The galaxy is rife with political tension, sharply divided between those who wish to see AI integrate into society and those reluctant to recognize their humanity. Ree is trapped in the depths of Loki's Ring, an artificial, alien-made world. Nearly everyone on her ship has been infected and killed by a mysterious contagion. Geeta and her team investigate, only to discover horrors at every turn. Ooh, okay. And they're soon stranded themselves, leaving them vulnerable to lethal danger in the midst of a growing interstellar crisis. Forced to call on an old friend to help them out of this mess, Geeta must succeed or risk losing everyone she's ever loved. Ooh, okay, well, this sounds like it's got all kinds of like catnipy elements for me. But Loki's Ring, available March the 28th from Saga Press. And there you have it. Thank you all once again for joining me. That's all I have time for on the mailbag. And you know the drill. Light up those comments. Let me know which of these looks most interesting and exciting to you, and what you would like to see me prioritize for review. Otherwise, if you enjoyed watching, please slam that like button, share the video far and wide with all of your SFF reading friends, and above all, please subscribe. If you have not done so, that's how the channel grows. You can also support the channel at my TeePublic store and at my Patreon, where recruits into Wink's Army sometimes get little perks like early access to some of my videos, but mostly the Patreon is there to help me pay Matt Olson, my amazingly gifted and talented channel artist who does all of my beautiful thumbnails for me and has been with me ever since the inception of this channel nearly 10 years ago. 9 years going on 10. He and I have collaborated, and it's astonishing. I am so fortunate, and yes, if he went away, I don't know what I would do. I really don't. So thank you, Matt, and thank you guys for helping me support Matt. I want to thank all the rest of you for being the very best viewers in all of BookTube. Again, every year, I'm just grateful that you're here and supporting me, so thank you all so much. And until I see all of you next time, stay safe, stay healthy, Happy New Year, and happy reading.